What god are you thanking for Hiroshima, Oppenheimer?
Do you miss the days in the late 2000s and early 2010s of Ashens making videos of knockoff iPhones, the first generation iPhone and iPhone 3G and 3GS and 4 and even the infamous iPhone 5G? Well, you don't really have to, because they're of course still being made over in our old friend communist China. If we can get into this package here, we'll take a look at something I bought from eBay a while back for $56 US. Here it is. The box has a chronic case of smallpox, unfortunately, but we'll get out of that. I said we'll get out of that, and we'll take a look at this device here. This is the i13 smartphone, and I have not looked at these accessories yet. Let me see what these are. Cheap, very lightweight power brick there. Oh no, some earphones. Ooh, I didn't think about that. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. iPhones, do they still include those? I don't think so. Anyway, and USB cable. I assume USB-C. I don't know. So, screen protector, and what is this little case? Includes a little cheap case. Ooh, it's powdery. Ugh. Crumple that up and put it in the trash with the rest of the stuff later on. Anyhow, got a little piece of toilet paper here with the user manual. Know your mobile phone. Welcome you to experience the high quality of the smartphone. Let us know first before you use parts of the phone. Okay. Will screen printing graphic in SIM card according to the fuselage. Inserted into the booth. Avoid registration failed. Please in strict accordance with the graphic operation. Under the arbitrary interface, return to the higher level interface. My goodness, I think I'm ascending to heaven now. Back photo camera, high support intelligent. Beautiful skin, HDR. Ooh, it's really get me riled up now. Special effects, such as a variety of photo mode, smiling face, automatic identification function, allowing you to capture most space. Full HD video, smooth quality of, will bring you an unprecedented video experience. Alright, here's a quick video clip recorded with the front-facing camera. You get two quality settings for video, low and medium. So, yeah. Here's a quick clip with the front-facing camera. There are also two quality modes for this, low and medium. And now, a still photo. Still photos are 52 megapixels, supposedly. It was well packaged. I was kind of impressed by that. Has plenty of packaging. The little bag there and everything. It's got this weird sticker on it. This is obviously supposed to mimic the iPhone 13 Pro Max. It's huge. It is, you know. It kind of resembles it. I mean, they do have the cameras, and there do appear to be camera lenses in there. You can see there. I'm sure they're not particularly impressive, but yeah. See if we can get this sticker off of there. Can't actually read the sticker because I got the white model. So it's light gray on white. There it is. Alright. So here it is. It's awful plasticky. It's really lightweight. Really lightweight. You can see how you can open it up right here. Let's see. Not too difficult to open up. Let me see. Oh, it's getting stuck though. There we go. Alright, whoop. Battery popped out a little bit too. It's an SD card. Look at that. 128 gigabytes. Yeah, it's got the battery there. What's the battery here? Does not say. It says 4.2 volts max charging voltage. Doesn't say how big the battery is though. There it is. Alright. Peel this off the front. You can see the front, a little goofy, but it's kind of, you know, It's supposed to look like the iPhone. Let's go ahead and power it on. Now, I'll be honest with you, I did power this thing on before and use it. Just got the arbitrary welcome screen. When I power it off, you'll also see that. It says welcome when you power it off. Kind of funny. But, yeah. I was shocked to learn when I powered this thing up and set it up. It's a charming little jingle there. This thing has a fingerprint sensor. So I was kind of surprised by that. It's under the screen right here. And once it powers on, we'll, demonstrate that. But yeah, I mean, it feels cheap. Obviously, the screen doesn't quite fill the entire dimensions of the phone. Here's the fingerprint. There you go. And there it is. I love this background right here. The screen's kind of dim. Let me bump it. So I turned it down because the screen was so bright. It was on the max brightness when I first turned it on. Yeah, I like the background. You see the background? It's like this JPEG, low quality version of the iPhone background, I guess. So, this is obviously Android. Just regular, like, pretty much vanilla Android, but it's got this naughty little web browser here. It's supposed to be Safari, of course. Safari is not available on Android. At least I don't think it is it? I don't think so. I wouldn't think so. There it is. It's trying to sign in. I used it a little bit before. No, let's don't do that. But yeah, this is just some kind of like generic web browser, I guess. Oh, nope, don't want to do that yet. Don't want to do that. We're going to get to the camera, but I was trying to see how do we... there's no way to really check anything about this browser. It's like if you went on the App Store and searched web browser and then went to, I don't know, scrolled and found the last web browser in the search results. That would be it, I guess. They put a little icon there. Didn't bother to try to mask the Play Store as the App Store. There it is, the Google Play services. For some reason it won't update or whatever. Yeah, it's just kind of stuck there. And before it was giving me an error. It actually let me get to this point eventually. Didn't want to get to that, but yeah, now it says installing. It's just, I don't know, maybe eventually it will. So if we take a look at these settings, we'll see that we can open the updater. System upgrades can enhance system stability, optimize the system speed, solve some hidden software problems, etc., etc. Check for updates, and yeah, no updates. So we're stuck on Android version 11. So yeah, I mean, it's not too far out of date, but it's on 2021 security patch level. And yeah, I can't really get it to update anything. It's got 4 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabytes of built-in memory. Of course, you can put an SD card in it, or a TF card as they call it over there for some reason. And yeah, and here's a blatant lie. The screen resolution is not 1440 by 3040. You can see that very clearly, probably even on the camera if I just hold it up close. Yeah, this screen is nowhere close to that, and that is evidenced by the fact that this is obviously not an iPhone 13, any variant. You can see a little dead pixel right there. Very unfortunate. If we take a look here on my real iPhone XR, we'll see that this is a multi-laser MS50, which is some kind of really weird, obscure, cheap, low-end Android smartphone from several years ago. And apparently they just use the parts for it and make a little, mimicking, little case mimicking the iPhone 13, and they put this thing in there. This thing's very old. I think it was from like 2016 or 17. Very, very old, very slow, very underpowered, but it has YouTube preloaded. Of course, I can't install apps because I don't have access to the App Store. But, no, it's just not loading anything now. Okay. I'll give up on that, I suppose. And yeah, you can see it's got WhatsApp and Facebook preloaded on here. As far as I can tell, there's not any there's not any real bloatware. I mean, it's got some apps installed here and there. Got flashlight. We're almost out of battery. I'll just let it die, I guess. Yeah, there's not any like malicious apps on here, like, you know, I know a lot of people would expect, but it doesn't appear to be. I mean, it's just kind of a vanilla Android install, but, you know, obviously with the modifications, but it's not like a special version of Android. We can open Safari back up here, Google something, loads the old version of Google, you can tell. Let me see, what browser am I using? Whoops. Okay, using. Alright. What butt powder am I using? You know, that's really not needed here. By the way, USB, not USB-C, mini USB, wow, or micro USB, whatever that's called, old-fashioned. That's how you can tell how old this phone is. Let's see, we're almost, shoot, I don't know, we're about to run out of battery. Hang on a second. Okay, I cannot type with this thing. Here we go. BWHQT. You're using Android Browser 4. Yeah. It's like if you go to the App Store and put in web browser, you know. Where's the App Store? There it is. Play Store, I mean. Not the App Store, of course. I'm just joking about that. Do not be offended, Android fanboys. If we go to Google Play and put web browser, this thing's gonna run out of battery any second now. So web browser, there you go. Yeah, or you can just scroll way down here to the bottom. What's the last result? Fast browser light, yeah, something like that. And they put a little icon for Safari on there, and that was it. I did not do that. That's the end of the battery right there. This thing is fairly warm as well. Yep, that was it. I used this thing, like I said, about maybe 15 or 20 minutes before to try to test it out, make sure, you know, it worked at all. And yeah, meanwhile, my iPhone here is at 53%, or is that 51? I can't read that. But anyway, yeah, this iPhone would probably outlast this thing 10 times over. But anyway, yeah, I'm not too impressed really with the knockoff iPhone, the i13 Pro Max. It looks kind of convincing from the back. It doesn't have an Apple logo on there. And the box bears no resemblance whatsoever to an iPhone box. But yeah, I guess it's kind of what you'd expect. Cheap. And has a headphone port. I guess that makes it better than an iPhone technically in one way. But I don't think I'm going to be returning this one anytime soon since it came directly from China. Guess it'll end up in the drawer of broken dreams. I do have one of those, by the way. Don't ask me what's in there. Alright, well, thank you for watching, and don't buy an i13 Pro Max.